This is Samsung's 2015 flagship device, Galaxy Note 5. So the main question is right now, is it usable in 2025? I got this device few days ago and this is an excellent device. I think still pretty much usable device. So first of all, let's go with the physical overview of the device. So the display here is actually 5.7-inch AMOLED panel. The special part of this display is this one is actually Quad HD display. It looks stunning. And as a flagship device, the build quality is also really good. The glass used here is actually Gorilla Glass 4, and the back glass is also Gorilla Glass 4. So as a flagship device, everything is actually flagship. In front, we also got a fingerprint scanner, which is working perfectly fine. It is not really that fast like today's fingerprint scanners, and also it cannot wake up the device like if you touch it, but you have to touch and press and it will unlock the device, and it's pretty quick for the 2015 device. And also we got soft buttons. In front, we also have a 5 megapixel front facing camera, which is still really fine for selfies. And also, it can shoot up to 1440p videos. That's really good actually. Like today's mid range devices still shoot up to 1080p. And right hand side, we got power buttons. Left hand side, we have our volume rockers. On top, we have our SIM tray. So this device does not support any kind of micro SD card. So you can't use micro SD card here. By the way, the internal storage of this device I have here is 32 GB and it got 4 gig of RAM. On the bottom, we got micro USB port, a 3.5mm headphone jack, which does output really good audio, and a loudspeaker here, and Samsung's Note series pen, which is really good, and it still works really well actually. I did used it for some time, and it's still usable. And on the back, we are getting a 16 megapixel rear facing camera with OIS and a flash, and there is a heart rate sensor too. I don't really know what use of this heart rate sensor because it can't really measure well. Now let's talk about what we are getting with the device. So this device is powered by a Exynos 7420 octa-core processor, which is still holding up pretty well. It is pretty fast and smooth. I haven't faced any issue like using the device because it is using a old software Android 7, as you can see here. And as you know, I've been reviewing this kind of device very long now. Android 7 is not really that much usable, but all the social media apps still works. Mainly bank apps don't really work on this device, but rather than that, the device is working perfectly fine. And one issue with this device I'm having is battery issue. So this device got 3000 mAh battery for this big display and everything. The battery doesn't last long. Although I am using this device in 720p mode. So if you go to display section, you can see here screen resolution is 720p. There is not much difference between actually changing the display resolution. Yes, it will get sharper and sharper if you change the display mode. The device working perfectly fine. The Wi-Fi works and the SIM card works because this device does support LTE, but there is no VO LTE support for this device. So SIM card works. I can make phone calls, I can do messaging, and I initially thought I'm going to flash a custom ROM here, and basically I want to try one UI on this device, but unfortunately the device I have here, the micro USB port is broken, so I can't really flash the WRP here, or I can't really do much here. Fortunately, the device does support wireless charging, so I can charge the device wirelessly without needing of the micro USB port, but this device go up to 75% with wireless charger. After that, it doesn't charge. I don't really know what is the issue, but that's what it is right now. But it's still pretty much usable. I can get 2 to 3 hours of screen on time from this device with 75% of battery with 720p display resolution. One of the best thing of this device is actually camera. The cameras are still really solid. First of all, let's talk about the main sensor. So the main sensor is actually 16 megapixel and it is a IMX 240 sensor. It does have few features like if I swipe here, we are getting auto mode, we get pro mode, panorama, selective focus, slow motion, fast motion, virtual shots, video collage, and also live broadcast. So these are few things, and also you can download few more things from their store. And let's talk about the pro mode here. So the pro mode is really good here. So first of all, as you can see, we are getting all the option which we really need to control our pro mode here. So I think which actually make me interested about this device is manual focus. So manual focus is really good and it does give you a few options. So if I put my brush here, so if I try manual focus right now, so as you can see here, it will zoom in and show you where it is focusing, and when you focused, you can click pictures and the picture will be sharp. So as you can see here, it's really sharp, and the picture quality is actually really good. I did take few pictures with this device, and the rear facing camera can shoot up to 4K 30 fps. So let me show you. So if I go to video site, as you can see, you can shoot up to 4K 30 fps, QHD, FHD, and all those things. And there are some instruction here. So HDR, rich tone, video effect, and tracking AF only works on UHD, QHD, and FHD resolution, 60 fps. And are few other things where the stabilization will not work, and also you cannot take pictures. So these are the things. The camera still works flawlessly. As an Android 7 device, you can still get most of the application here, like YouTube is still working, although I don't really use official YouTube application. So as you can see, it is working, but usually what I use is new pipe. As you know, I always show that. Let me play a video here, so NCS, and we can get idea of the speaker quality. So it is only a single speaker here, no stereo speaker. So the stereo speaker game is not yet started back then. So the device is still working, and also if you want, you can use the pen here. It is usable and it works flawlessly though, and you can do like notes taking and other things. Works, as you know, and also it is kind of addictive. You can use it as a stress releasing device. So as you can see, good, and it still works. And also one thing funny about this kind of devices, so I have my S23 Ultra here. So if I open the pen, and I can use the pen actually here too, and even I can use this pen on my S23 Ultra. The only function I will not get with this pen is like wirelessly taking picture and other things, because this pen does not support that feature. Rather than that, the pen is actually pretty much same. As you can see here, it is a little bit bigger and it is a plasticky pen, but it's still kind of same DNA here. As you can see here, it's still same kind of click you are getting, and the pen still works actually. So kind of surprising. Now let's talk about the gaming part of the device. So the performance is really good, it works, but what about gaming? The gaming here, actually I did play Call of Duty here with a low resolution and medium FPS. It actually worked pretty well, and I did play games and it was really smooth with that graphics setting, and you can't really go more than that. It will stuck at low and medium FPS. Other games like Subway Surf, Temple Run, Asphalt 8, Angry Birds, those games work perfectly fine on this device. You will not have any kind of issue. Maybe you can get better FPS on Free Fire if you play, and still capable device, actually still usable perfectly fine. One thing which is not good about this older devices is browsing experience, because whatever browser you use here, most of the browser will not be able to load most of the page here. You can get better experience by installing a custom ROM which runs on Android 10 or 11, and this device actually is capable of running Android 11 or 10, but unfortunately I can't really install a custom ROM here. But as you can see here, if I try Facebook, so it can load Facebook here, and if I try YouTube, as you can see here, it can load. So it can still load few pages, but most of the pages it will not be able to handle, but it's still pretty much usable, and still the experience going to be really good with this device. And one thing about this device is that you can feel that this is a premium device with the aluminum body and everything. Pretty good device for a backup device. You can still get one of these devices actually for $30 to $40. That goes around this price. For that price, it is not really that bad device. Still working pretty well. So that's all about this device. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.